In the void, where the warp winds howl, a fleet once noble, now destined to fall. Grave wardens stir, betrayal takes shape, Typhon's whispers, sealing their fate. Navigators lost to the shadowed lie, a fleet adrift beneath a darkened sky. The warp's cruel grasp, unyielding and tight, chaos awaits in the endless night. Whispers of power, a pestilent tide, Mortarian's pride, with nowhere to hide. The destroyer plague, a grim reward, Nurgle's laughter echoes aboard. Bound by decay, they rise in his name. The death god transformed, never the same. Plague-born sons with torment they bled, shambling forth where angels fear to tread. Mortarian stands, his sons by his side. Through agony storm, their oaths collide. Grandfather's hand, the pact is sealed. The legion reborn, their fate revealed. Rise in the armor, rot in the soul. A Primarch remade, his heart grown cold. In terror's shadow, their war drums beat. Pestilent warriors, no chance of retreat. Through breach and ruin, their banners fly. With death's embrace, they'll never die. The Lion's Gate, where hope was torn. Jagged blade meets the Plague-born. Bound by decay, they rise in his name. The death god transformed, never the same. Plague-born sons with torment they bled, shambling forth where angels fear to tread. Typhus herald, chaos born, Mortarian's wrath, the plague sworn. In the warp, their legacy thrives, eternal servants where corruption lies. Mortarians fall, Typhus ascends, the death god song, it never ends.
Hello everybody and welcome back. Sorry, I was watching me on stream just to make sure music and stuff was fine. How is everybody doing today? Hope you're all doing lovely and well, and what an exciting day it is today to be a Death Guard fan, and just a Chaos fan in general actually. So welcome everybody, for people who are joining maybe. Welcome to the Disgustingly Resilient podcast. My name's Aiden, and today, like I said, we're going to be looking at the LVO reveals. So we're going to be looking at more than just the Death Guard, but obviously we're going to be looking at the very important detail, which is obviously the Death Guard announcements. And then we're going to do a bit of a back and forth between myself and chat, maybe come up with some ideas of what the new character could be, some of the ideas for the Codex, all this kind of stuff, which will be awesome. And there's also some things we can take away from the Emperor's Children Codex and imply in our own, which is going to be excellent. So what I would say is, again, just a quick reminder, if you do like the content you see on the channel, please remember to hit the like button. It really helps out way more than you actually think. If you're not subscribed, fancy subscribing. If you like Death Guard content, we try to be the best Death Guard content on YouTube. Whether we've achieved that, I'm not sure, but I'm still trying. And if you really, really like the content, consider becoming a Plague Marine. It's £3 a month, so it's like a coffee. and you get access to our Discord, you get access to all our music from our streams, you get access to our giveaways, all sorts of good stuff like that. And I believe someone actually became a member. Yeah, DJ Robstar became a Plague Marine before the stream even began. So thank you so much for the support there, Mr. DJ Robstar. And again, remember, if you become a Plague Marine, go to our YouTube channel homepage, go to the community tab, and then scroll down a few posts, and you will find a link in there to join the Discord. Get yourself in there and get yourself involved. Hello, chat. How is everyone doing today? So, we've got some people in chat already. Charles Dickens, Prometheus Williams, Nurgle Matthew, Logan, Hugh Janus, Tudlower, Charles Dickens, Roland, Peter D, Petty, Raziel Mester, Matthew Clark, Sir Jay Dennison, Jürgens Mersma, Dovidas, Christos, and Trent Neighbour. And yes, indeed, Robert Stroop, a new Lord model. Thank you for the super chat there, mate. Don't worry, we're going to get into that. So we'll quickly go over some of the other Legion stuff, then we'll get into the meat and potatoes of it, of obviously what the things we want to see. So just going to quickly check in with chat. If anyone's got any questions, obviously feel free to ask them and give me your input, because I want to know what you guys are excited about, what you guys are worried about. It is obviously just me today. Will's busy, and Dave is, well, currently in Las Vegas, playing at the LVO, currently in his round 1, and I believe he's against... What's he against? Is Dave against Tau now?
Grey Knights.
Dave's against Grey Knights. Dave's against Grey Knights. Thank you, Natalie. That means Don Hooson is the one who's against Tau with his Defiler build. So we're going to have a check on them maybe, hopefully, after, and maybe we'll see how they're getting along. But I'm not sure if the round will be over by then. We'll see if any of them are. Maybe we'll look at the matchups and see, who we think is going to have the edge on it. So that could be quite fun. But it's good to see everyone in the chat. So Logan says, what's everyone's assumption on this new character? So don't worry, we're going to get to that. We will get into that there when we get to him. Aiden does know about the Lord of Poxes, wink wink. Post music like, so the music is available, rolling to our members at the moment, and we're working on getting it on Spotify as well for people to listen to. So we have about 10 songs now, I think, which is quite cool. Trent's already touched on something we're definitely going to have an interesting discussion about. Moving to some demons maybe joining us in our Codex. Emperor's Children getting 6 new detachments. Again, we'll talk about that. It's quite an interesting amount to get. Can I review travel cases? I mean, Dave has travel cases more than I do, but I can ask Dave to review travel cases. He's got a new one that I am actually looking at buying because it looks really good, and he said it's been really well for him, which is really nice. If we're covered in fungus, green and specialised in melee combat, are we orcs? The difference is we have brain. We're like that, but with brain. Excited for another Lord to add to the roster. Currently paying up my Lord of Contagion during this. Mate, I'm super excited for the new character. Again, we'll get to him. I don't want to hold up too long, but just catching up on chat. And WMC Reynolds 92, thank you so much for becoming a Plague Marine, mate. Massively appreciate it. Once again, like I said, go join the community tab, get in that Discord, and get yourself on in there. So let's go through them. So obviously the main, we have AOS stuff. I'm not going to check out the AOS stuff. I know, I'm sorry, Natalie. Natalie loves AOS, but we're a 40k channel mainly. But it is very cool. So some really cool, skeletons, White Kings, Zombie Dragon, all that stuff is really nice. Guard getting a new. So I want to touch on this very quickly, not because I actually care for Guard, but this is a really cool unit. It just looks cool. And I'm a bit sad that its rules are going straight to Legends. I don't know if I'm a big fan of Black Library book stuff just being straight up Legends. Like, I understand you could obviously just proxy it as like a normal command squad. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just feel like it's an opportunity missed. And like, my worry is if we ever get like a new Lords of Silence book and we get like a model to join it, then all we're going to get is a Legends model that can't be used. And most people don't really bother with Legends models, which is unfortunate. So I just want to quickly touch on that because they do look cool for Guardsmen anyway. So to know this is basically going straight into Legends and it's only using competitive 40k or normal match play 40k is just going to be as proxies is a little bit sad because I don't want that to happen to one of our future novel models. But it is, they're cool looking models. They are cool looking models. That's it. Vork. Yeah, I want Vorks as well, mate. And if he becomes Black Library and just gets legended, I'm going to be very, very upset. So just wanted to touch on that very quickly. Old World, people like Old World, sweet. Ashwaste, no one. So we'll very quick look at these because some people might be interested in bringing these like cultists and stuff because they've got some really cool looking models. They're quite nurgly in a way. So you could see someone maybe bringing these as cultist models, which would be quite cool. These are obviously more like elite version of them, like more upgrade sprues and stuff. But people out there, if you're after some cultist models and you don't know what to do and you don't want to get the rather CSM, the CSM ones kind of look a little bit Slaneshi. These are great choices. So you go get an Ashwaste Nomads box. They look great as a Nurgle cultist, though. It's a great little proxy there for you. Now, onto the more bigger news. Oh, we got a Thanatar. That's really cool to see for 30k. If you're into 30k, those robots look sick. So, I mean, let us have 40k rolls for them, please. We're gonna cycle back around to you, Mr. Death Guard. So we're just gonna we're just going to quickly touch on the Emperor's Children because I just want to see what you guys think. We're all tends to be a lot of Chaos players. Tend to just be like Chaos fans in general. I know I am. Like I don't really like Thousand Suns, but the other ones I like. I like generic CSM. I like World Eaters, and I like the look of these Emperor's Children. I'm not going to lie. So I want to know what you guys think of these models because I think there's some really cool stuff. Like Lucius looks awesome. The upgrade is really nice. Love all like the vials, like the drugs they've got, and like the big. Sorry, not drugs. Can't say that on YouTube. The Mountain Dew vials he's got on his back. Yeah, these Mountain Dew vials. But he's looking really sweet. It's a really nice upgrade. And we've got they've got their own units. This is a really cool Lord. I'm glad they kind of stuck to power armor for like Emperor's Children over Terminator armor because like Terminator armor is supposed to be like bulky and heavy. So I'm glad they went with the more power armor approach for like their Lords and stuff. And I think it looks really cool. Like the big spear, you got the power fist there, and it's obviously got the different build options. I mean, overall, I think they kind of like nailed it with the Slaanesh stuff. It's kind of got a bit of body horror, like the face ripped open to be like a Vox grill. The Sonic weapons look really cool. I love the whips as well. They look sick. The core scheme, I'm not sure if I'd do that, but obviously that's the traditional one. So the generic Lord kit, really like. This dude's he's got a bit of comedy, like the big doofus backpack on him, but I kind of like it in a weird way because it is a bit over the top and a bit daft. So I don't mind it too much. I really like the Noise Marines. Like these guys look sick. Interesting thing, and I've been told by Emperor's Children, apparently, like their Noise Marines not being like their battle line troops choice is actually fairly lore fitting, whereas we have lots of Plague Marines and World Eaters have lots of Berserkers. Apparently, that's not the case for Emperor's Children. So that's cool little fitting thing. And these look more like Havoc size, so bigger than your average Marine. But I really just like the design of the weapons and the little like Vox like bits on the shoulder on the backpack. It's really cool. I think they've done a really good job with them. I think these guys are the hit and miss at the moment. Like, love everything par the weird cone head. Like, and now there is actually another picture of these, which is only in the video, where they have helmets on and they look way better. They don't have the cone head. I'm not a fan of the cone head. I probably won't be using the cone head if I get them. But par that, I really like the armor and look of them, and I just think they look really cool, sleek. And again, their elite unit being more of like a duelist in power armor makes a lot more sense than our guys who are like bulky, in the Terminator armor. So that's really cool. Sam Boardman, yes, the Emperor's Children dream is alive. So next London, when we do doubles again, you can play Emperor's Children. I will play Nurgle Death Guard, and we will literally be Team STD. Which will be very funny. Pink Land Raiders are a vibe, Rocky, aren't they? And good to see you, Rocky. Hope you're doing well, mate. Pink Land Raider, which was up in the actual like army picture. Look at that. That big pink boy there. Looks so cool. Also, fun note, see how they've kept the Aquila on it as well, as if it's an Imperium vehicle, which is very fitting for Emperor's Children. So that one made me laugh as well. So the cone head remains on during combat. But I'm like super excited for this kit. And then they got like these like the basic Marines. I like the fact that they're getting like their own base Marine. They're not just having Legionnaires. Also, slight bonus, these guys weirdly for Slaanesh have a lot less trimming. Like, there's not like they tend to have trim on one end of the legs, but not on the other. So actually look like they're going to be a little bit easier to paint than standard CSM, which is weird given it's Slaanesh. But having two variants. Now this is something I actually want to extrapolate on to Death Guard. I think we will see a split of Plague Marines. I think we will have a Plague Marine squad with the bolters and the guns, and we'll see a Plague Marine squad with the melee weapons, because it's happened here. Like, we've got a melee squad and we've got a range squad, and currently there's so many special weapons. I honestly hard to say there's too many special weapons for reality, especially for new players getting into the game. Like, how many times have we heard the question, what's the best loadout for Plague Marines? Because it's so many options. It's like way too many. So I think we will actually get the same treatment. I think we'll have a squad with bolt guns, plasma guns, flamers, things like that, blight launchers, and our other squad will be like bubonic weapons as like your standard weapon, with like one or two heavy plague weapons thrown in. If they do that, my hope is that the Plague Flail and the Plague Cleaver get rules back, because I hate them just being generic plague weapons. I really want them to be like, back in the day, for those who don't know, the giant axe, the two-handed axe the Plague Marines have, that used to be a D6 damage weapon. It used to be a las cannon stats as a melee weapon, and I want that back so bad. Plus, it'd let you give them different rules because, you know, you could have a rule for the melee squad, which is more beneficial. Kind of like how assault intercessors have the reroll all wounds on an objective. That's really good compared to the Kirby. Can you get out from under the desk, please? You're going to pull out my PC again like you did last time. Go on, slowly back up. Good boy. Good boy. There we go. So, and yeah, we do have the weird 7-man marine set, so maybe we'll actually make 7-man be capped. Maybe. I'm not sure if I want that or not. We'll have to see. But I would love to see the special weapons get rollbacks because there's not as many special weapons in the squad, you can have that differentiation. You don't have to just be like, all right, these all have to be heavy player weapons because there's already 15 weapon profiles on this unit. If the melee squad can't take the ranged weapons, then you can just give them a choice of Bubonic weapon, Plague Knife, obviously, and then Cleaver Flail. Like, that is it. It's so much easier for someone to deal with. Like, and obviously a Plasma Pistol or something. Whereas in the shooty squad, obviously, then you don't give them access to those things, and you can keep the sticky objective on like the shooty unit, but then give something more impactful to the give sticky objective to the shooty unit, something like that. We've already extrapolated quite a bit from these guys. There's rumors going around that like the basic Slaanesh Marines with the guns have infiltrate and sticky objective, which is crazy good. And then the melee guys have a 7-inch scout and precision weapons, which is also really good. So again, it just gives you that differentiation and something to build around and give the units different roles depending on whether you bring in guns or whether you bring in melee, which would be actually, I think, in the long run, kind of like a side grade, but overall it's going to be more beneficial and easier to buff. And I really, really hope, like, okay, guys, so in chat, I'll go ask this now. Bolt guns are shit. We all say don't take any bolt guns, and for good reason. But I really want bolt guns to be good. And it's such an iconic weapon. I really want Plague Bolters to be good. And I don't know if that's the sentiment shared with chat or if I'm just chatting nonsense. So let me know if you guys would love Plague Bolters to be good, because I really would like that. We can also totally do Bang Brothers and take Fulgrim and Morty. That'd be pretty funny. Dylan Miles, thank you so much for the gifted membership there, mate. Really appreciate it. If you do get gifted a membership, make sure to say thank you. But once again, go to that community tab on our YouTube homepage, find the Discord link, click that, get involved, and get joined in. Well, thank you so much, mate. Let's have a quick check up on chat. I'll have a quick swig. So, go up a little bit here. The battle line moving 7 inches OC2 and infiltrate. Yeah, that is pretty amazing. That is really, really good. Like that is, like, if we could have that, I'd be very, very happy. Obviously, I'd love to move 7, but we are cursed forever to move 5. Anyone lined up for Emperor's Children on the Chaos Pantheon? Not yet. Obviously, I'd need someone that's going to actually like main the army and do quite a lot of play with them and take them to events, competitive events. I mean, I'm interested in getting this army, but Death Guard would still easily remain my main, and I kind of want someone that mains the army to be like the voice in the Chaos Pantheon. We're gonna have a Chaos Pantheon very soon, because obviously all our codexes have been announced, so it's very exciting times. But no one is currently lined up. But again, someone out there wants to commit themselves to the ways of Slaanesh. You know, there's a job opening open. Heard they said Fulgrim 3-0 Angron 1v1. Yeah, he did, apparently, in the testing, that Fulgrim fought an Angron 1-on-1 and came out on top. Now, I'm not too worried about that. A lot of people are like, oh, that's shit for Angron, probably means he's overpowered. But if what I'm thinking is right, I have a feeling Fulgrim, true to law, is going to be an extremely selfish Primarch. I don't think he's going to buff much of his teammate. I think he's going to be solely about buffing himself, and that's going to make him an actual machine. But his buffs for his army are going to be a lot less than Angron and Mortarion can bring. And I think that's a cool angle to go with him, and hopefully something that makes him unique and different to our Primarch. So we'll have to see. Charles Dickens says that's a good change. We need to split Plague Marines. So he agrees with that one. Cool. I think it really could be good for us and potentially, you know, positive in overall. What will the melee and range squads be called, Necros? I want the range ones to be called Vectors and melee to be Infectors. Hey, that'd be cool. Infectors make sense for melee ones because you're going in there and infecting them. And yeah, that'd be cool names. What else we got? Strongboy wants back the Plague Cleaver at 100%, dude. Placing it over, we got news chaps, we indeed did. Give us sustained D3 or something on flails. That would be cool, yeah. I mean, like, sustained built in on the flails would be really nice for it. I don't like the idea of how the Emperor's Children give sticky. Yeah. let's not think about how they give an objective sticky. We don't want to go into that. I so wish bolters were good. Yeah, I agree, dude. Rizzy saying seconded. Do you think they got these instead of cultists? No, I think they'll still have cultists, but I think they're just going to use the generic CSM cultists because it fits the vibe. Like, they look the part. They'll still have cultists. Every Chaos Army has cultists. We all need our little dudes, our little minions to run around for us. Do you think with the new Codex we'll keep the sheer volume of lethal hits? I do. I think lethal hits are just kind of thematic to us, really. I don't see that going away anytime soon, unless they're going to replace lethal hits with its own like plague weapon keyword again, and that's going to have its own rule. We've always had plague weapons of some form, and their current iteration is lethal hits, so I don't think they're going anywhere. What do you think about 3 Death Shroud Lord of Contagion for 190 points? Yeah, I mean, I use it all the time, mate. I always use a Lord of Contagion and a squad of 3 Death Shroud. It rapid ingresses in, it goes and clobbers something super hard, Keith, and it just deals a lot of damage all up front at once. I prefer them in 3-man, like a 6-man tends to kill what it touches anyway, whereas a 3-man with Lord of Contagion has a lot of extra damage they don't naturally have. So yeah, I really like it. All bolters should be at least AP1 on Assault. I agree, Sam. Or I'd like to see all bolters get the Fury of the Legion rule from 30k, where if you target a unit, you can just double tap it, so all the bolters come 4 shots. AP1 would be nice, but again, even just 4 shots would be nice if you all shoot the same unit. They're really iconic to the game, and it's a shame that there is literally nobody that is like willing or wanting to run them because they're just terrible. Leaks say one of his auras is fight first. Well, he didn't say it was an aura, Sam. The leaks say he just has fight first. So that's what I mean. I think he is a selfish Primarch, but maybe not. We'll have to see. These more horror seat looking models are so nice. I really like them. I think they look great. Honestly, there's the shooty squad. So again, really nice to see some bolters. And again, the old 30k style of plasma guns, really nice. A little nod, different to our plasma guns. It's those little nods that make stuff quite different. Is quite nice. There's the army set, which I'm really wanting to get. I'm not gonna lie, I'm super tempted to get the army set. The Codex, obviously, and we'll get into that. And where's the sword bros? The coneheads. We've seen them at the air. So there's also a dual wield variant of these guys where they got 2 swords each. And there's like helmeted options as well, so don't worry about the coneheads and too much. But there is 2 weapon loadouts by the looks of it for these guys. That's not me having insider knowledge; it's on the video. We've got the video. Where's the? Is it? Yeah, so there you go. So you got like different helmeted options, dual wielding, and it's not a champion option because again there is another picture somewhere of all of them together. And they have the, they've got 3 dudes with dual blades and 3 guys with the 2-handed swords. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it right now, but yeah. So there's like these 2 weapon options for those guys as well, and different head options. So thank God you don't need to have the coneheads if you don't like it. But overall, Emperor's Children's looking really good. Obviously, Fulgrim's right there. I'm actually not too keen on Fulgrim. Not the model. The model looks amazing, but I don't really tend to like use Primarchs unless they're kind of like needed. I prefer to play without. But he's cool. I'm just not in the mood for painting another Primarch just yet. I think I'll stick with the little guys for now. But the reason we're talking about this and the reason I want to mention it mainly is because one thing that was confirmed is that Slaanesh demons are being, it's literally in the picture up here, Slaanesh demons are being rolled into the army. Now, we knew about the rumour for a while that the, yes, they don't have the combat patrol, and it does come with 6 elite guys, 1 lord, and 10 more battle lines. So the army box plus the combat patrol, amazing combo. It's going to get so much good stuff. But it's back to the demons. Demons are being rolled into this codex. Now, the rumour has been around for a while that the Chaos Demons aren't getting a codex, and instead they're getting rolled into the God Legions. Now, I'm not gonna say anything on that because people get very touchy about that when you tell them they're not getting stuff, but it is what it is. I genuinely don't think we're seeing a Demon Codex this edition, but I don't know anything for sure. But all signs, to me personally, are pointing towards that. But Slaanesh getting demons in their codex is a fairly safe assumption for us to say we're probably going to get demons in our book. Which means that we literally will have access to, well, we already have access to, don't get me wrong, as allies, but I'm hoping it means they're going to be incorporated into our rules. So they're going to spread contagion. They're going to have benefit from stuff like our abilities and our stratagems. And if you actually think about that, that's actually quite a big deal. The fact that we can, you know, potentially use demons in our army to like now proc stuff and make things happen, spread contagions everywhere. And I do think it is just an overall more thematic way. The gods don't tend to get along with each other too well. So having them fight with their own actual like mortal aligned army does make more sense in general. So it's interesting to think of the implications, because now are we talking like we can put enhancements on demons? Because imagine if you had like, you know, demon our current like enhancement set, and then we can put on like demon units, and then you can have some plague bearers that can potentially like plague veiled, or have like a great unclean one or something with God knows what, like the living plague to extend contagion range on that massive ass base he's got, or deadly pathogen on a demon on a great unclean one. So it's really like I don't know, I'm just excited at the potential. And realistically, even though we already had access to their models, they're just gonna behave differently because they're gonna actually be part of our army. Like, does this mean like can Virians potentially like start affecting other things? Would the Death Guard Demon Prince then be giving feel no pain to stuff like plague bearers and things and like that? Again, food for thought, which is quite nice to think. Yeah, plague drones to spread some speed out there with some nice little... Imagine if you had a plague drone, kept its rule of if it hits something, you get 4 rolls to wound against it. Plague drone goes in and tags something, and then you just obliterate it with 3 predator destructors. Like, that's a better Hellbrew at that point. So there's some really cool things we can take away from this. Another thing I wanted to take away is 6 detachments. So, I mean, let's get into the Death Guard first. Then we'll... So, this boy here. This is a Lord of Poxes. Now this model, I don't know if people like it or not. I think it's awesome. I actually genuinely love this model. I think it's so cool. Some people call him Pingu because he has a bit of a newt-neuter on his face. There's a little newt-neuter bit here. I really like him. He is the 3rd mantle of Contagion. So for people who don't know, when it comes to Death Guard fluff, the lords of who get to a certain power level get given a mantle. The mantles we currently know of are Virulence, which are the siege artillery guys. You got the Contagion, Lord of Contagion, which is the big bashy melee boy, and now you got Lord of Poxes, who are supposed to be all about airborne contagion and miasmas and attritional warfare. I think this model fits that for Mike perfectly, like the big vents on the back for spewing out all the contagion that he wants. I like the fact they haven't gone with another Terminator. I like the fact we've got like a Plague Marine Lord, because I'm just not gonna lie. If this, look at the size of this blade. If this blade is not damage 3, I'm gonna kick off. And if this blade is damage 3, I'm going to enjoy having a damage 3 giant plague blade in my squad, potentially with lethal fires from a biological putrefier, because now I can put a lot of contagion basically in my plague marine squads. He's going to slap pretty hard with that blade. Now they have said that he has the virus is incubated in the lungs of the wearer themselves, spores extracted and mixed with incubating fluids to create clouds of corrosive vapor that ignore the laws of nature to spread. So maybe he's going to, again, increase the way he spreads contagion, which would be quite nice. So maybe he's like, he's a natural like living plague, so a natural extension to contagion aura. The Fetid Fog also has the added benefit of occluding the Death Guard's lumbering advance. Now, I'm hoping, and the reason I think it's not just going to be given the squad stealth is because Flyblown Host exists. And Flyblown Host makes their brand new model kind of poo. Because why would you buy a Lord that gives a unit stealth to go in the new detachment Flyblown Host, which has no use for him? So what I'm hoping instead, I'd like to see, and again, this point is pure speculation now. So guys in the chat, let me know what you think he's going to do. But I would love for him to have like a once per game ability where he like basically exudes all the gas from his back, and for that turn, the squad that is attached get blown up. Just for the one turn in a game, but you do it in your opponent's shooting phase. Because imagine you can then take a risky move, you've pre-measured your opponent's moves where they can get to, and you can stand in the open and be saved by a once per game big poof of like smoke and cloud around him, so you can't be shot unless the opponent gets close. Now, it can't be permanent loan up because that'd be busted, but a once per game, once per shooting phase loan up would dramatically change how this army can play, because it means you can make those aggressive moves into the open, loan up it, and then basically the next turn then go on in, which would be really cool. Now, whether he's going to do that, I don't know. Now, he's probably going to lead Plague Marines, obviously, by the armor type. I don't think he's going to be able to lead Terminators at all. I can't see that happening. I don't think they're going to mix and match, especially because he'll be 5 moves and there'll be 4 moves, which get awkward. It would solve the problem of them being instantly killed all the time as well. But I think he's going to have a passive thing to do with just making Contagion larger, and hopefully he has some form of defensive buff. And I think he's going to have a really, really nice sort of like melee output weapon. This thing it's got to be damage 3. Look at the size of it. It's got to be. Like, that's a big swingy boy. Do you know what I mean? that's a big swingy boy. And yeah, we're all calling the Pingu. It could be D6 plus 1 damage like the sledgehammer. Yeah, true, because the this dude here as well, I haven't got him out at the moment. The Iron Hair Champ also has a D6 plus 1 damage mass hammer, so it could be like 3 attacks but huge damage. That'll be really cool to see. But I mean, overall, like model design, I really like it. I think it's perfect. Like he clearly stands out as somewhat bigger than a Plague Marine. The big weapon is super intimidating. It gives me like Silent Hill Pyramid Head vibes. Like, I can just imagine this guy, like, once he's got like the sheath off, he's not gonna like carry it in his hands. He's just gonna like drag it behind him as he's walking off forward. He's gonna like dragging it through the mud and the dirt and the blood, and then they're just swinging it around, like slow swings, but like just cleaving through things as it hits. So I'm super chuffed. Obviously, this means we're probably not going to get a unit. I kind of already knew that anyway. Like, the chance of us getting a unit was already very slim. But to get a really cool looking character, and it's not just a generic Chaos Lord with additional model, I'm really happy about. So I don't know about you, chat. I think this guy's a win, and I'm super excited to see him. Laser Chicken, thank you so much for the gifted membership there. Really appreciate it. Again, if you've got gifted membership, make sure you say thank you to the good old Laser Chicken there. And go check the community tab and get joined into our Discord. Thank you, Laser Chicken, who is sat there. Hello. So, I want to know what you guys think, though. What do you guys think? So, Dylan Miles, the Lord of Poxes model just tickles me in the right way. Good or bad, I'll probably always run him because I love his model so much. Yeah, I mean, he's a really cool model. I think between the Lords, he's probably like my second favourite. Lord of Contagion for me is still like, only because I have the original Lord of Contagion. I love that model so much. Like the weird spinning chainsaw giant cleaver thing. He just looks so cool, and the big thing on his head with all the skulls and stuff on it. But he's easily a close second, this guy, yeah. Dark just says, without giving stealth passively, you can either use the skill you talk about and lose stealth. Yeah, that would be good. I'd be more than happy to have that as well. Remove my precious thing. Any further thoughts on Icon Bearers with Flyblown? I haven't given a whirl yet, Necro. So I've just been practicing the one list at the moment, so I haven't really given the Icon Bearers a go yet. So I'll have to get back to you when I've managed to give it a go. Rudy says he might be able to lead Poxwalkers. Well, I'm hoping. One thing I would like to see, and one thing we've been doing with recent Codex, is experiment with enhancements that let units lead things they normally can't. I would love to see an enhancement that lets one of our new characters lead a unit of Poxwalkers. That would be really cool. So if we could get that, like a Noxious Blightbringer to make Poxwalkers a bit faster would be nice, or even a Battle's Putrefied to give them crit 5s, because now they're actually going to deal a little bit of damage, or like Playcast, anything like that. It'd just be cool to have the option to do it. And if he could lead Poxwalkers, then that's not going to be a bad shout, because that's the one thing Poxwalkers lack is a guy in there that can deal damage. That's why Typhus is good. If this guy could join with this big sword, he could be like the Typhus of the squad and just swing, and he does the damage and resurrects the Poxwalkers. So I would be more than happy to see that. We do need Poxwalkers. We do indeed. Only a sweet profile. No, that sword is smacking so hard. It's not just having a sweet profile. Would love to see the Lord of Poxes make enemy unit -2 to move, advance, and charge. Yeah, that could be quite cool as well. I think the only problem with that is it's kind of redundant with our Malignant Playcaster. And that, like, again, we'll get into... We think about Codex overall, which I'll get onto in a second. So I'll hold that thought. He's the Green Swordsman. I'm very excited for him. The sword could also be anti-tank. It could be. It would be cool if he was loaned up on his... he was like a Turvagon and could bring D3+3 back Poxwalkers. Mate, I'd have a respawning Poxwalker engine. More than happily. Do you think you'll be able to lead Poxwalkers and or Plague Marines? He's 100% leading Plague Marines. 100%. He's got to. The Poxwalkers, it would be a nice to have, but I wouldn't put money on it, I'm going to say. What's that symbol on his kneecap? It's not a Nurgle symbol. It's just it's a 3-pronged symbol. They tend to be Nurgle. Even one of the Plague Marines has that symbol on the shoulder. It just has 3 dots on it. It's just missing the dots is all. Johnny, thank you so much for coming to Plague Marine, mate. Really, really appreciate it. Also, 146 viewers, guys, in the chat. Thank you so much for the support. If you haven't hit the like button yet, though, it'd be a great Nurgle if you could hit that little button for us. Really appreciate it. But yeah, thank you so much, Johnny. Once again, community tab, scroll down a few posts, find the link, get in the Discord, all the good stuff. So, I think... So, down here, okay. So, coming next, Chaos is all coming at once, which is really interesting. Would you like him as a solo character loan up? We do. Look, I would love a loan up character, but I just don't think he just doesn't suit it. He doesn't really scream like stealthy to me. And if he had the option of going loan up, maybe. But I think at this point I just want a big smacky melee thing for my Plague Marines, because again, especially if the Plague Marines are going to be getting split, maybe having him in a squad of gun can like show up the melee profile. But I mean, if he is loan up, fair enough. I just don't know. I mean, I've played this entire edition without loan up, so it'd be very strange for me to get used to having loan up. And it'd be very good, but it would be strange. It would be strange to get used to for sure. So we're getting chaos all in the next like section of the year. So we know right now guards just come out. Next month's going to be Eldar. Month after that probably Emperor's Children. So we're going to let's March. So that means April, June, July. So it's going to be like a chaos summer. Us, World Eaters, and Thousand Suns. So all 4 chaos gods are coming out at the same time, which is kind of wild. And one thing I wanted to touch on is when it comes to Death Guard Codex, we could be in for. So here's the thing. With it does feel good to know that we're coming. To know we have like a timeline now and when we're going to get it. It feels good in general of like being a fan of the hobby. As a content creator, it's kind of poo because I know any video I make is going to be outdated very soon. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so very quickly, Despardian, Imperial Knights. There is a current rumor going on. I don't know if it's true or not. Apparently, again, this is completely rumor mill. I have no proof of anything, but people are saying that apparently the Imperial Knights book, was so bad, whether that means broken or bad, as in like rubbish, it has been delayed back. They are rewriting it rather than releasing it, which would be real funny if it's true. Now I don't know if that's true or not, but they're definitely missing off here, and they were definitely promised on the previous roadmap. So that would be really funny if true. I love the new model Duke City. I think it's really really cool personally. I'm super happy to get him. So when it comes to here, I think the Codex that's probably going to change the least is probably World Eaters. I think they're probably going to get a new wave of models, hopefully, in Easter time. But their rules are really solid and they play how they play. So I don't see them changing too much. I think they're just going to be getting maybe some new units, some new detachments. Thousand Suns and Death Guard, however, I think are going to change quite a bit and quite opposites. Thousand Suns at the moment are a balanced nightmare because rules-wise, they are absolutely broken. The only reason they aren't dominating everything is because their points are horrendous. And the way that army mechanic works forces them to take really expensive characters to have an army rule. It's really badly designed, it doesn't really work, and it needs redoing. So, I think Thousand Suns are going to get changed fundamentally from the ground up. I don't think we're going to have Cabal points anymore or anything like that. And I wouldn't be surprised to see their codex change quite a bit, but in the opposite direction, where a lot of their base profiles and base data sheets get worse. Because the problem is their rules are insane. So I actually think their rules are going to get nerfed, but in doing so, it'll be better for them because it'll be healthier and give them. They'll be able to bring the points down quite a lot, so you'll actually have an army. But us, on the other hand, I think we get the opposite treatment potentially. Look at the other armies that were terrible on release and have had time to be adjusted. So not Admech. Admech came out way too soon. Sister Battle were rubbish at the start of the edition. They were widely said to be underpowered, terrible. And then look what happened. That's a big power jump. A lot of their data sheets got rewritten. Admech ones not so much. They basically stayed the same, and that was the problem. But a lot of the Sisters ones got upgraded, and quite a lot. Quite big upgrades, because everyone was saying the data sheets suck. And one thing that Death Guard is for sure, people may forget this, if you haven't played Flyblown yet, play Flyblown, because it will remind you how bad our data sheets are. It doesn't mean the detachment's bad, it doesn't mean you can't win with it, it's kind of fun in a weird way, but it will remind you how bad our base data sheets are. And the only reason we do well is because Plague Company is amazing, and our points are ridiculously cheap for what they are. So, I'm hoping when the Codex comes out, our actual data sheets are going to be lifted a lot more. I would expect us as players to have a much more of an elite army. So we're going to lose quite a lot of units and models. But I think the quality of the units themselves will genuinely be better. Now, whether that's a good or a bad thing, because obviously being cheap units lets you do things like trading really well. But I think it will feel better. I think people won't be as upset. I think we're going to see like good changes to Blight Lords. We're going to see a split in Plague Marines. Now, whether we see like an army-wide feel no pain or damage reduction come back, I wouldn't put money on it. because they just really seem to not want to be giving us that this edition. Which, what do you got under there? What are you doing, people? Gear out. He's under my desk. But maybe we'll have ways to access Feel No Pains and things like that. I don't think we get it baseline, but I hope we access the stratagems or synergies that will bring it back. If I was to pick data states, I would love to see the most. I obviously want to see Blight Lords get fixed. I want to see the Demon Prince become good. I want to see the Plague Surgeon become good. Blight Hauler needs a minor change, just like +1 to wound, monsters and vehicles. That would be nice, and maybe upgrade the weapon a little bit because it's a bit poo. But I think, especially with demons being rolled in, there's a lot more creative play. And one thing we know about Emperor's Children is there is 6 detachments in the book. 6. Now that could be because, haha, funny Slanesh number 6. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping that is like just the baseline. And if we got 6 detachments, and bear in mind we have way more units than they do. We have way more unique units than they do. Now, they're getting a bit more, generic stuff. They're getting like Mauler Fiends, Helldrake stuff, but we have our own demon engines. So I would expect 5 detachments at least, which is weird given like Tau got like 3 or 4, which feels a bit dirty, to be honest. They got done diddled a bit. So I'm excited. I'm excited. And just to know we've got a Codex coming in like the next 6 months latest again, because I don't know if this is in order. I don't know if it goes but like if it's 1 a month, and it could be more than 1 a month, I would be super happy to see us just know we're getting a Codex in the next half a year. Like, and I know people are worried because GW has also a track record of releasing book codexes and they're actually worse than the indexes, but let's be honest, our bar at the moment is real low. You can't really get worse than our bar. The only reason we're going to lose Plague Company, that's going to suck. But again, I'm just going to check through chat. I'll just keep waffling. I hope you guys don't mind. This is all this stream is going to be. It's going to be me waffling about my excitement, my thoughts, things I'd love to see, and that's about it. There's not really I don't have any insider information. I'm just excited about Death Guard, and I want to share in your guys' enthusiasm as well. Seeing more Death Shroud on the table than Vox has seen in his life feels wrong. Yes, it does. Like 18 Death Shrouds should be like your entire list. It's kind of weird. PBCs need to go down in points. I agree. I'd love to see PBCs also get reworked on the weapon profiles. Then we got, I'd rather not have army-wide Feel Pain as a rule because then you're only winning by dicing people. It's not just that, it's just a faff. Like, especially if it's 6 up Feel No Pains. It's just like lots of rolls for very little impact. I don't get why Slanesh has poison but not Death Guard. I think lethal hits is supposed to like represent our poison in a way. It's like our plagues, our poison. Maybe, but I mean, I'd love to see mechanics where like we deal mortal wounds over time, but again, we have detachments to do that, so maybe we see that. What would your dream detachment be? Alright, give me a sec to think on that one. I'm glad to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Me too, Peter Johnson. I am also looking forward to the light at the end of the detachment. A siege detachment would be good. A siege detachment would be cool. So you get your PBCs, like your firepower, and it's more like your Bolter Marines, like just sort of hunkering down and firing down the lanes. That could be quite cool. Yes, I would love to see Morty at least get 7 attacks. I imagine Morty's probably going to get redone quite a bit. Morty is not... He's good. He is good at the moment, but he's good for the wrong reasons. And I'd like to see Morty more actually a Primarch and have, like, a Primarch impact on the game rather than the current Moth that he is, where he just kind of like, I'm annoying and I'm making everyone really good around me, but I don't do much myself. So I'll have to see. I'm only about 9 months into the hobby side of this game so far, but the most important thing I've learned about this game is I'm not buying shit for about 3 to 6 months after its release. That's fair, to be honest. Things get nerfed pretty quick, and things get changed quite a lot often. I think with one thing with Death Guard, because of the faction we are, there is certain things you can buy and just always be safe. Like Death Shroud have always been like pretty good. Plague Marines have always been pretty good. Rhinos. I'd be a bit hesitant to go out and buy Predators. I don't think we're going to lose them. I genuinely don't think we lose Predators at all. But, there's always that. There's always the worry there because it is technically not a Death Guard unit. So we'll have to see. I forgot. So I think 1 or 2 detachments. I don't think they are doing demon detachments, honestly, Christos, because I think that's what the index attachments were for. They're the demon detachments. I think everything else is going to be combined Death Guard demon. I'm hoping there's not a Legion Demonica keyword. I'm hoping it's just Death Guard keyword or, Nurgle keyword, and we all get to share the buffs, because the problem is they've done it before where the demons were like, can be taken with us, but we can't benefit from anyone's rules, and it's just like, guess what happens? you just don't really take the demons that much. So I want it to be like proper mixed together and proper, like, do it properly this time. Like, we are one army now. So if I was to design my dream detachment, ooh, man, that's really tough. That's really, really tough. What would my dream detachment? I really like mechanized assault stuff. So like, if I could have like, somewhat like, something to do with like transports, because I really like transports, like playing with rhinos and playing with what you call it, like I don't want a land raider, but I really want to get a reason to get a land raider. So I'd love something like we've seen a lot of +1 to wounds when you disembark. That wouldn't be that great for Death Guard because we have a lot of anti-infantry weapons, and I don't want to see like that be useless. But like, I'd love to see like on the turn you disembark from a transport, reroll 1s to hit and wound for the squad. That would be good. Is it as impactful +1 to wound? Maybe not. But then I would also like to see like an option to like, if you disembark from a transport this turn, spend a CP, get 2 to a charge roll or something like that. That would be, you know, that would be quite cool. So I'd like to see something like that, something around, you know, bringing transports, and maybe then you can have some like demon engine synergy with it. Something like that. I really like mechanized assaults. Mechanized assault is one of my favorite things. But don't lean too much into mechanized assault because obviously there's only so many rhinos you want to bring to a game. You don't want to have like 8 of the damn things. So that'd be quite cool. But yeah, that would be like a Plague Marine heavy build, I imagine. I like Plague Marines. Like, I love my Terminators, don't get me wrong, but my Plague Marines are my bread and butter. And back when Plod Squad was the best build, when I performed the best, like having 3 rhinos full of 30 Plague Marines, and just grenading everyone. That was bliss. That was actual bliss. I'm starting to sound like Fulgrim now, aren't I? Fulgrim is confirmed to have choices. They don't say auras. They said he's got 3 things to pick from Primarchs. We don't know if it's a fight first or if it's just going to affect him. So we'll have to see. I just want to stop having to bring War Dogs to feel competitive. 100% understand that feeling, Trent. I'm hoping our anti-tank gets looked at because that's one of our biggest flaws. I hope our entropy cannons just become strength 12 las cannons. That would be really nice to have. Or, you know, make them like... So, people that don't know, the entropy cannons are actually based off the lantern weapon that Mortarion has. So I would love to see entropy cannons get sustained D3 and we just have 2 casino cannons on the side of our Plague Burst crawlers, because I've played Sagittars, and let me tell you now, when you hit a 6 on a Sagittar and roll 3 on the extra hits, that's a rush. That is a rush. So I'd love to see that. That'd be really funny because I mean, they're based off the same technology. Why wouldn't he do it? But I mean, put the toughness of the PBC up as well would be nice. T11, because it used to be Land Raider toughness, and I'm not going to advocate for it to be toughness 12 because that's quite a lot. But like, at least, Land Raider, please let it take an extra guy. Let me put 6 dash on a character in it, please. That'd be nice. Regeneracy, they'll be 100%. There will 100% be a new Comet Patrol. There has been for every single army that's come out. So we will get a new Comet Patrol. I don't think our current one's bad, but what I would love to see, again, remember, if Plague Marines are becoming a thing, that could be like a dual kit then, because again, it can be either a melee or a ranged thing. That'd be really cool. But I'd love to see, even if you just follow the track record of the other ones, like a great Comet Patrol would literally be like a 3 Death Shroud, 7 Plague Marines, a character, and a Bloat Drone. Like, just something like that. That and maybe some Poxwalkers, 10 Poxwalkers. Like, there you go, boom, done. Easy. Like, just bit of everything. That's what the Comet Patrol should have, a bit of everything. It should be, here's your elite unit, here's your battle line unit, here's like a vehicle, and here's a character. That'd be really cool. But I mean, I already have 120 Poxwalkers, so I definitely don't need another Comet Patrol box, please. I have way too many Poxwalkers painted already. It was weeb, it was indeed. That's what I mean. The PBC was a Land Raider / Night toughness. They were very tough back in the day, so to see them at T10 is kind of weird. Change the Plague Marine to 10s would be nice. I think they won't do that because the Plague Marines come in boxes of 7. They would have to redo the entire sprue to get it to a 10. So it'll always be in 7s. My question is whether they drop 5-mans and you go 7s and that's it. So like 7-man Plague Marine squad, like done. Hopefully not, because then you can't get 2 squads in a Rhino. So maybe 5 and 7, but they'll probably just keep it 5, 7, 10. to be honest with you, which is a bit sad because it doesn't have a thingy. PBC, no, it used to be a 3+ save Mastercraft Select. It's now a 2+ save. So it actually got better in that regard, but it used to have a 3+ save, not a 2+ save. So the 2+ save is quite big, and I hope we don't lose that. But I'm just hyped. I'm just so excited to see, like, we're finally getting, our army coming in the next 6 months. Is just like such a breath of relief. Like, I mean, what after they've got Grey Knights. This looks like to be. They're not. I don't believe they're going to do a Salamander's Codex. I'd love to see it, but I don't think it is. I think this is a Marine 2.0 Codex. People who are maybe new to the game, there genuinely is always at least 2 Marine versions of a book. So there'll be Marine Codex 1, and then like 3/4 of the way through the edition they release Marines 2.0. So this is probably going to be that. And then you've got Black Templars and Chaos Knights. I don't know why they've hid it, like we're not going to figure out what these artworks are. Like, we clearly know what they are. Like, just say it. It's fine. It's a bit daft, isn't it? Poxes battle line. Oh, yeah, Terminus S. We got to get a Terminus S detachment. I want to see, like, a Poxwalker battle line detachment. I want my 120 back in the game. That'd be very cool. It has been a long time playing the army in the exact same way, Trent, and I would be more than happy to have all the attachments going. It's not just going to be attachments. I'm hoping it is, like I said, the data sheets are bad. The data sheets are bad for Death Guard. They're just bad. They're not great. So I'm hoping when they get reworked, we're going to have, like, the ideal thing would be a more elite army that is genuinely tougher. It is also scarier, and they give us some new ways to approach the game and play. And also some tricks. I know Death Guard are not supposed to be, like, tricky. I know we're not, but you kind of have to evolve with the game, so if they can try and make it work in a way that's narrative, I'd be happy. Like, the 6-inch panel and consolidate is tricky, and guess what? It's really fun to play with, so I'm hoping we don't just become the slow, walky army. It's fine to be an honest army in 40k, but you've got to have some fun tricks up your sleeve, because that's kind of like the thing everyone's getting these days, so I would love to see that. As for the army rule, I actually got top of the army rule. So, I'm hoping listen to feedback, and of which I've given, which was the army rule sucks, and the army rule does suck. It sucks because it's super cool. It's a very fun army rule when it matters, which only is in Play Company basically. When it doesn't matter, it is so negligible and boring. So I'm hoping, what I would love to see done, take the Play Company rules and put them on the army rule, but not as they are. If you were to put that in every detachment, it would be absurdly broken. Instead, what I would ask for is allow us to enhance our army rule, so the contagion, once per game with each of the contagions for 1 turn each. So you'd have 3 turns of super contagion, 1 being -1 OC, -1 leadership, 1 being -1 skill, ballistic skill, and 1 being -1 save. So you only get them for that 1 battle round, but if you give those tools to players, not only is that extremely rewarding for you using it correctly, you will actually see people use OC and leadership, because you can look at an objective and go, oh, you got 5 OC2 guys holding that. Cool, I'm going to pop -1 OC, -1 leadership. I'm going to make that OC5 now, and like, oh, more Tyrants now touched onto it and he's OC6, and I've just took that off you. Like, it rewards you being smart. On the turn you're about to get engaged on, you can go, okay, cool, I'm going to pop -1 physical ballistic skill, so when you come in, you're going to hit me worse. And then you have your go turn one where it's like, cool, we're going to try and now clap back, -1 save, and you go on in. That, in an army rule, contagion is now important for every detachment. It is literally, like, every detachment now cares about the army rule. And it's not as powerful as Play Company, because you don't get it all game, you only get it for 3 out of the 5 turns, and you can only get it for 1 for each contagion. But it gives player agency, it rewards you for using it correctly, and it would just be really fun. And you would get to use every contagion. It wouldn't be a case of, what contagion do you take, Aiden? Well, I'll take -1 save 99% of the times. I would love to have a reason to say, I use -1 OC this turn, I use -1 ballistic this turn, and then in the final, on this turn, was my go turn, I went in and smashed them with my -1 save. That would be a really cool change to the army rule. I would love to see. Whether that's going to be the thing, I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But that would be like, if I was to like design it, that's the one thing I would put on it. I hope it's not just going to stay as -1 toughness, because -1 toughness just kind of feels a little poo. It's very impactful versus infantry. Against tough stuff like knights, it's there. It's very mid. When can we expect new deck models? Like as the actual units. So we've got the new character, obviously, this fella here. But the actual units, probably next edition, maybe if we're lucky. I wouldn't expect models like as in units, but we are getting all the demons added to our codex, probably. I don't 100% know that. I 99.9% assume that. It's pretty safe bet. So you will have a lot of new models to go get and collect because you can put your demons in your army now, which would be real nice. But as in for like new Death Guard units itself, probably still got a little bit of weight on that one. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Jesus Christ, that's amazing. Yeah, there we go, got it. Sorry, being a big manly man and opening this bottle of rust solution for Natalie. Your hero has done it for you.
Wow,
what a legend I am. A 5'7" legend. So why do you think Salamanders is on there? I think it's just Marines 2.0 Codex. I think that's all it's going to be. Probably get some new characters for Marines, and like the next set of like Assault Terminators and stuff like that. But part of that, I think it's just going to be a version 2.0. I don't think it's a Salamanders Codex. I'd love to see it. I love Sally's, but I don't think it is. I have a feeling the Lord of Poxes is going to have a stealth mechanic. I'm hoping not, because it just kind of is redundant and flyblown. I hope it's something to do with like Lone Op or something like that. But again, you're most likely correct. That's the easiest way to just go with it. Just be like, the squad gets stealth, but I'm hoping it's a bit more than that. Do you think we will get a zone detachment? That's quite possible. It's very thematic for Nurgle. You could call it like the Gardeners detachment, where it's like you're actually like making the Garden of Nurgle, and if you control half the objectives, this zone is the Garden of Nurgle and can do X, Y, and Z while you're in it. So I can definitely see that potentially being a detachment, Christos. It could be quite fun as well. Should keep sticky objectives as part of the army rule as well. But this is the thing: if they don't want to do that, they can put that, if we split our Plague Marines up, they can put that on the Shooty Plague Marines. The Shooty Plague Marines can have sticky objective, the Melee Plague Marines can have some form of offensive rule. Boom, solid, happy. And what would be really cool is if the Shooty Plague Marines had like if you control an objective, you sticky it, and while they remain within range of that objective marker, they're going to feel no pain. That would be awesome, because that's the whole point of Plague Marines, to take a point, they bunker down, they're hard to shift. So that would be quite cool. Easy character strat synergy 2 allows you to use contagion a second time. Yep, boom, there you go. And it makes extending contagion range even more important. So again, there's really cool things there. I'm looking forward to playing 3 great unclean ones of Rotagus and Moy, and you will be able to do that, which is mad, and it would actually be really fun. Good shout, Pete. That'd be a really fun list. That dirty down rust stuff, you know, Trent, you know what it is. That is it. It's dirty down. Yeah, it's the dirty down rust. Yeah, Trent just said that dirty down rust stuff is incredible. Yep, he knows. It's the secret hack. It does stink, though. I'll give you that one.
If you sniff it, you feel a bit.
Yeah, don't sniff it. We don't condone sniffing spirits. I'm getting banned. Great. Thanks, Trent. We've maybe a strat like Gladius that allows the unit to go into a contagion for a turn. That could be cool. Yeah, so like that one specific unit has the contagion again for this one turn. That would be really cool. Again, look at how much it opens up creativity and plays. That would be like, and the ideas for like making rules. It's really cool. It'd be a lot to make the army interesting and more fun. I hope we get a detachment that does mortal wounds at the end of each turn. Yes, I want that infection mechanic from Age of Sigmar where you put tokens on people for every lethal hit you hit them with, and then at the end of the turn you roll a dice for every infection token. Every 4 up is a mortal wound. That would be awesome. That is so thematic and so cool. I'm hoping this weapon does 2 damage and minus 2 AP. This weapon better be damage 3 and AP 3. I want this thing to cut heads off. I want this thing to really slap hard. Like, it's bigger than a Lord of Contagion blade, and that thing's damage 3. So this thing better hit hard. Maybe something like creations of bio with specific place gifts so you can brew your own disease. That'd be awesome. Brew it, boys. I hope they boost the Hell Brutes. I also would like to boost. I have a Hell Brute right on my desk here, and they are fun little dudes. And I would love to see them get a bit of a boost as well, because I do enjoy playing with my Hell Brute every so often. I haven't used him in quite a while, but I would like to see him get some more use again, which would be quite nice. 3-wound Plague Marines still has my vote. Hey man, I'm fine with 3-wound Plague Marines and 4-wound Death Shroud. You give that to me, because again it makes the profiles awkward, which is what Death Guard should be. They should be awkward to kill, not impossible to kill. So I would really like that. My bunky boy, he's my bunky boy too, Q. He's my bunky boy. It stinks. Make the Plague Surgeon great again. I also want the Plague Surgeon to be great again. Not that he's ever been great. Make the Plague Surgeon great, period, is what it should be. But I'm excited. You can tell my excitement. I know that, I know it's on the way, and that's the important thing. I know we're getting there now. So just knowing that just makes everything feel like a lot better. A lot like the unknown is gone. We know what's coming now, and although that's bad for creating content, because all this is going to change soon, it will be good for content in the future. Thoughts on Taliban and playcaster for shooting marine squads. So you're at a bit of a juxtaposition there, because the playcaster is good, but the playcaster also doesn't roll to hit, whereas the Taliban does roll to hit. Now, that being said, the biggest problem with the Taliban is Plague Marines kind of need to be in rhinos, and Taliban in a rhino doesn't get to roll for his command points, which is really annoying. But Taliban with stuff like plasma guns and like melter guns and blight launchers is actually pretty good. Playcaster in general is just really good, but I usually leave him in the rhino and just use it as a shooting platform out of the firing deck. I don't tend to attach my playcasters to squads because they don't give anything to the squad other than a gun, which they can shoot themselves from anywhere. Is it 100% that demons are getting rolled into it? So technically, Taj, no, but also yes. It'd be very weird if they did it just for Emperor's Children and for no one else. They have confirmed it for Emperor's Children, so I am going to assume, given the trend of Chaos Demons getting indexes and not a Codex, which is probably like a death knell for them, it's going to be rolled in. I can't say for definite, I can't promise you, but I would, if I were a betting man, I would put money on it, put it that way. Not that we condone betting. Sorry, YouTube, I'm going to get so fired. General Janice, hey buddy, how you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well, bud. Good day for Chaos and Death Guard. It is indeed. It's a great day for Death Guard and Chaos in general. So I am super excited, mate, to see like this book. It just needs to come out now. I need it now, please. Please, GW, give NDA. Let me come test for you. Let me come be a little guinea pig. Let me play Death Guard. We love Death Guard. Yes, you better get that great unclean one painted, Taj. And you know what? I might even pick one up myself and I'll see you. We'll paint it together, buddy. We'll paint it together. No, but actually, yes. Yeah, it is the meme. It's like no, but actually, yes. It's like a meme. The last time I played and I took a 10-man Plague Marine with Taliban and Bias Reachfire, the +1 to hit and crits on 5s was really good. I was taking down tanks with plasma and melters. Hell yeah. That's awesome, mate. Up as well, I messaged you. Big shout out to this channel for massive help in the last 20 I did. Ended up first using a lot of tricks. I learned excellent work, Show Klutz, is it? Or is it Shoe Klutz? I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but excellent work, buddy. Congratulations on your first place finish as well there, mate. Really well done. And thank you as well to Johan Nordstrom for becoming a Plague Marine. Really appreciate it. Once again, go to our YouTube channel, go to that community tab, find the Discord link. It's a few posts down. Get yourself involved in there. Get yourself in. Join all the people. Download all the music. Do what you want. It'd be good to have you there. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so hyped. It was so close. We're so close. Just knowing we're coming. And it's going to be such a big, especially again, like I said, most Chaos players are Chaos fans in general. So to have all 4 Chaos God books coming out at once, Dara's excited, I'm excited, Doombolt Dave's excited. And now we're looking for Emperor's Children fitting, so to join the Chaos Pantheon. So we're going to have a Chaos Pantheon stream probably this weekend, maybe some point next week. I can't remember if Doombolt Dave is at LVO, so obviously he can't do that. But yeah, we'll see how it goes now. Zach M as well, thank you so much for coming to Plague Marine, mate. Again, really, really appreciate it, buddy. Now, just before we go, because I'm going to wrap up here very sort of soon, because I was only doing an hour tonight. This was just an impromptu stream brought on by the LVO things. I don't want to ramble on too much and just be like sat here rambling for ages, but I am super excited. I have a Baldur's Gate session I need to attend. But before we go, let's see. I don't think anything will be wrapped up by now, but I do just want to have a quick look at Las Vegas and see if we have any updates on our guys and how they're doing. Why is that not? Any location, start date, 66. Is it LVO? There we go. See if we can get any updates from Dave and Don Houston. There we go. I think he said he put himself as Death Guard Dave. Yeah, you go, David, Death Guard Dave Turner. So they've not got an update yet on the game. So no one's won or lost just yet. What's he against though? Chaplain, Librarian, Tech Marine, Crow, 1 Dread Knight, Drago, Terminators. Now he's got a lot of predators, so he can kill those Terminators. 2, he's got 3 Dread Knights. Big. Okay, come on, Dave, you can get that. I think Dave can get that. 3 Dread Knights, so it's not the full 5. Paladin squad's kind of scary, but it's only a 5-man. Yeah. I think Dave can have that one. Dave can have that one. So, my money's on Dave. And then let's have a look at Don Hussein, who I know is against Tau Empire. Where are you at, Don? There he is. So he's playing against the new auxiliary cadre. So Farsight, Cold Star Battlesuit, Commander in Cold Star Battlesuit, 2 Cold Stars, 2-man Broadside, 2-man Broadside, 4 Broadside, Crisis Starscythe, Crisis Starscythe, Crisis Starscythe, a lot of Starscythe, Sunforge, 1, 2 squads of Carnivores, some Recruit Hounds, some Rampagers. Ooh, it could be quite difficult, that one, but he has practiced against them. Because they have a lot of units, don't they? He has practiced against them, so hopefully he'll manage to seal the day on that one and save us all from that one. So best luck to those 2 fellows there, to Mr. Dave, Defcard Dave and Don Hussein. No results in just yet. Still 57 minutes on the round, so wouldn't expect it. Unlucky to Dave Penrod, whoever you were. Looks like you got stumped. I don't know who they are at all. But I am also hyped, Zach. And again, thank you for going to play with me. I am super hyped, dude. The new character Duke City, I think, is going to be for Plague Marines, because he's power armored. So I think he's a Plague Marine character, but who knows? Maybe he can lead Poxwalkers, maybe he can lead Terminators. Who knows? Unfortunately, we don't know any information. We only know what he is, which is Lord of Poxes, and they said down here that he makes the squad, obscures the vision of the enemy to the squad. So whether that means stealth or that means lone up, who knows? Mystics, thank you as well very much for becoming a Plague Marine, mate. Again, really appreciate the support, mate. Really, thank you so much there, mate. And I think I said Johan. Did I say? Yeah, I did say Johan. So still thank you, Johan. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think it is. Hate the Grey Knight matchup. So do I. So best of luck to Dave in that one. While I won't be playing Emperor's Children, I have seen 2G1C all the way through twice, so I might be somewhat qualified for the Pantheon. Who knows? I'm not going to pronounce what that full video is, because I know what you mean. Okay, hear me out. Leads Poxwalkers and gives him Infiltrate. Mate, don't give me dreams. Don't let me give me dreams like that. Why are we getting another Plague Marine character, or is Gizuba going for only a Plague Marine character army, or why? Honestly, they've only given us, because it's just different to our 2 current Lords, which are Virion and Contagion, which are both for Terminators. If this guy is a hard-hitting character, we're probably going to lose Death Guard Chaos Lord, I won't lie. Now we've got all our Lords. I wouldn't be surprised if we lose generic Lord for this guy, but I'm willing to make that trade. But again, it was very unlikely we were going to get a new unit. But yeah, so I think I'm going to probably wrap up here for now, guys, because I've been going for about an hour. Again, just wanted to chat about LVO stuff and the new reveals. So hopefully you guys didn't mind me rambling on for a bit. My throat's getting a bit dry now. But it's not too bad when I've got Dave or someone to bounce off. But when you're talking for an hour and a bit straight to yourself, well, not only do you sound crazy, but your throat gets a little dry. Yeah, rest in peace, Zeal's Claude. So shoot, the Discord channel is for our Plague Marine members. So there's a join button on the stream. It's £3 a month. You get access to our Discord. You get access to download our music. You get access to our giveaways, plague surgery streams, all that kind of stuff there. Yes, Hugh. Yes, I figured it out. I figured out what you meant. I was assuming it was something disgusting because it's Slaneshi, and you were saying you qualify for it. 2G1C. Can Natalie figure it out? Think of a disgusting video. 2G1C.
Oh.
You got it?
2 girls.
Yes, don't say it. Yeah, okay, even she got it. Do you think the Plague Marine leader with a plasma pistol will make it to the Codex? He's just a sergeant, mate. He'll just be a sergeant, the Plague Marine leader. The sergeant's fine. Speaking of when is the new song coming to Discord, so blame her. Blame her. She's working on getting it on Spotify. So it's all on Natalie. So we blame Natalie, Mike Way. We blame her. We're blaming her. I am thinking they won't have Rotagus in our book because he's an in character. No, I genuinely think we're going to get Rotagus. I think we're getting a whole lot of demons and it's going to be a good time. So I can't. She's scary. You coward, Mike Way. You coward. Oh, the plasma gun. It's still a model that is sold. It's the easy to build kit. So I imagine we could lose it because it's technically not in the main kit. So it might just be a plasma pistol. But from very first day, Plague Marine Science should be able to take plasma guns, even back in like 7th edition when it was in CSM. So it'd be kind of sucked to lose it. I don't think they will. So I'm hoping we still keep plasma guns with our sergeants, and I can imagine that we probably will. So yeah, I think you'll be safe, but I can't say anything for sure. But yeah, that's everything for now, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to leave a little like and a comment or whatever you can. It helps the channel grow. Recommend us to anyone that's interested in Death Guard as well. And we're up for a very busy time in a few months, because it's going to get wild. We're going to have to redo our entire thing. We're going to have to learn the army again. We're going to have so many detachments. It's going to be a wild ride. And if you are a fan of Chaos in Warhammer 40,000, it's only just begun the fun. So, so thank you for joining tonight, everybody. Watching this deck, I play it on the stream. Punt this match on the LVO stream is painful. Is it not going well for him, Snowstep?
He broke his Mortarian's wing.
Who?
The Death Guard guy.
Oh, he broke his Mortarian on stream. Oh, that's upsetting. That's upsetting. Hopefully he pulls it back, Snack. Who knows? Who knows? But for now, I'm going to leave you with some tunes. I will catch you all on the next episode. Take care. And probably Sunday next stream for Plague Surgery or Pantheon, depending on, again, Doombolt Dave. But thank you for tuning in, everyone, tonight. Really appreciate 150 viewers. Average is incredible again. You guys are the best community ever. And I genuinely mean that. I fucking love our community, especially on our Discord and stuff. You're all funny as hell. Even if it's at my expense. So take care, everyone. Enjoy the tunes I'll leave you with. And we will see you all on the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye for now. See you later, guys.
In the shadow of decay I rise, Typhus the herald beneath poison skies. With Nurgle's rot I lay walls to waste. The Reaper's scythe, no life can escape. Beneath the flies, beneath the filth, I spread the plague with a twisted will. From festering wounds, corruption grows in the heart of Death God, where despair flows. I am the harbinger, the bringer of disease. In Nurgle's name I spread death with ease. Vessels wash me hand in hand, rivers of filth drown the land. I am Typhus, master of decay. In the name of ruin I claim the day. The Imperium's light crumbles to dust. Wherever I tread, rot consumes the just. Space hulks reek of a foul rebirth. Carriers of plague across the cursed earth. Beneath the flies, beneath the filth, I spread the plague with a twisted will. From festering wounds, corruption grows in the heart of Death God, where despair flows. I am the harbinger, the bringer of disease. In Nurgle's name I spread death with ease. Vessels wash me hand in hand, rivers of filth drown the land. I am Typhus, master of decay. In the name of ruin I claim the day. The Imperium's light crumbles to dust. Wherever I tread, rot consumes the just. Space hulks reek of a foul rebirth. Carriers of plague across the cursed earth. Beneath the flies, beneath the filth, I spread the plague with a twisted will. From festering wounds, corruption grows in the heart of Death God, where despair flows. I am the harbinger, the bringer of disease. In Nurgle's name I spread death with ease. Vessels wash me hand in hand, rivers of filth drown the land. I am Typhus, master of decay. In the name of ruin I claim the day. Language howl, the gassing walls, the sullen tides, new life is born. Nurgle's passing, a twisted grace. I erase your heart in my cold embrace. Fear the plague fleet, fear the end. No salvation, no let to defend. I am Typhus, reaper of dread. Bow to Nurgle, embrace the dead. In the void, where the warp winds howl, a fleet once noble, now destined to fall. Great wardens stir, betrayal takes shape, Typhon's whispers, sealing their fate. Navigators lost to the shadow lie, a fleet adrift beneath a darkened sky. The warp's cruel grasp, unyielding and tight, chaos awaits in the endless night. Whispers of power, a pestilent tide, Mortarian's pride, with nowhere to hide. The destroyer plague, a grim reward, Nurgle's laughter echoes aboard. Bound by decay, they rise in his name. The death god transformed, never the same. Plague-born sons with torment they bled, shambling forth where angels fear to tread. Mortarian stands, his sons by his side. Through agony storm, their oaths collide. Grandfather's hand, the pact is sealed. The legion reborn, their fate revealed. Lies in the armor, rot in the soul. A Primarch remade, his heart grown cold. In terror's shadow, their war drums beat. Pestilent warriors, no chance of retreat. Through breach and ruin, their banners fly. With death's embrace, they'll never die. The lion's gate, where hope was torn. Jagged ties, blade meets the plague-born. Bound by decay, they rise in his name. The death god transformed, never the same. Plague-born sons with torment they bled, shambling forth where angels fear to tread. Typhus herald, chaos born, Mortarian's wrath, the plague sworn. In the warp, their legacy thrives, eternal servants where corruption lies. Mortarians fall, Typhus ascends, the death god song, it never ends. From the depths of rot and decay they rise. The death god marches on the sickened skies. With boils and blight they spread the pain. In Nurgle's name disease will reign. Adrenaline and pestilence flows. With every breath the plague wind blows. Embrace the rot, let flesh decay. The death god comes, none can stay. From the depths of rot and decay they rise. The death god marches under sickened skies. With boils and blight they spread the pain. In Nurgle's name disease will reign. They laugh as cities wilt and fade. Where they tread, no life remains. Just hollow corpses, plague remains. Beneath the helm, the cursed grin, for in death they shall begin. Rotten ruin, pestilence flows, with every breath the plague wind blows. Embrace the run, let flesh decay. The death god comes, none can stay. Beneath the warp, the souls are bound to spread decay, to break the ground. Nobles gifts a putrid